Hello, hello. Welcome in. My name is Darlene. I'm here to do some readings for you tonight. We will begin by a week ahead, upcoming week, check in for love for you guys. So let me get myself going here on my other device real quick, and then we'll get started with the reading. And if anybody wants a mini read, those are available while I'm live. And of course, you can always go and send me an email if you'd like a personal, or these are personal readings, private reading. Okay, let me see here. Where am I? YouTube. Of course, it's going to do that thing it does, wouldn't you know, where it's going to lock up here, and then I have to go all the way back out. Oh, hey, Hippie. Where in the world have you been, Hippie Colleen? I haven't seen you in a minute. Good to have you, though. How's life treating you? There it is. Okay, thankfully. How in the world are you? Just have to get a little thing out of my notes here. Okay, and we'll get going. I hate that I have to wait till after I start to do this, but I really don't know any other way to do it. So my apologies, but I think we're almost there. You're seeing, oh, there we go. I can see it now. There's Liza. You're so sweet to say hello, honey. I love it when you pop in, even if it's just for a minute. You know I do. Okay, let me get done setting up here. Come on. Come on. I got to coax it. I got to stroke it here while I stroke YouTube. Oh, good grief. Well, we're not doing anything till I get this comment pinned up here. All right. Before I go any further, guys, this is one question reading for a brand new subscriber who has never had a reading with me before. So Himanshi, if that's you, then you get the free reading. But I can't do anything till I get this comment pin, so y'all bear with me. I'm going to try putting it, breathe, I know, right? You just want technology to work when you want it to work, right, Colleen? I mean, that's all I want. I just want it to work. Let me try this again, y'all. It acts like it wants, don't let me breathe now. Hang on a minute. Ta-da! All right, so the free reading is Himanshi, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Do not type your question yet, though. Arian, I am here to do readings. The free reading is spoken for. If you'd like a reading, you can either super chat for $20 or PayPal for $15. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section or right above, right there. Oh, thank you, Level Up Dojo. Thank you so much. Just a fun little Life is Good t-shirt. It's kind of a retro t-shirt. I thought this was fun. So, and you know me in pink. I love my pink. I know, right? Success. Yay. Okay. All right. Now, before I do the free reading, I want to do a quick check-in for my collective in love. So what deck would you have me use tonight, Spirit? This has been really, I don't know what it is with this deck lately, but it's so funny because some decks I won't use for a while, and you know, they call me. I ask what deck. Y'all see me do that, and this one in my little tray here pops out at me, and this one has just been the go-to lately. It's kind of interesting. Deborah, did you have to unlock, like I sent you the message, did you have to delete it and reload it and all that. My sound just went off. Here, let me do that maybe. Is my sound working? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Is my sound working? Okay, thank you. Deborah, that was a yes till you had to delete it. I hate that, but that's the only, thank you, Brittany. That's the only way I know to fix it. Was it your phone or you think it was the YouTube app? Sound is still gone? All right. I don't know why it would be a problem. Y'all watch your ears. I'm going to change mics here. Hopefully that'll work. Is that better? Can anybody hear me now? Yeah, Deborah or Hippie, since you're moderating tonight, those comments like Yolanda just posted, we're going to remove that person. All right, can everybody hear me now? Somebody let me know. I'm not doing anything differently than I normally do. I don't need those glasses, and I don't like the glare, frankly, except to read your comments. I do need it for that. It's fine. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Awesome. And Beltina, now I have to squint to see your comments. Thank you. I appreciate your subscription. And Wandell, let's hear my BFF. I had wanted to call you today, but I had friends that dropped over and yada, yada. You know, I never have a minute sometimes. How are you, love? I'm talking to my best friend. How is your sister and your brother doing? Bless her heart, she's taking care of everybody. I hope you're taking care of yourself too, sweet friend. Thank you, Dave. Me too. Well, I have my own glasses which work, but they're scratched. So these I can see you and I can see the screen, but they're scratched and that bothers me. So, oh, Matthew, you're too sweet. You're stable good, Juanelle, because I worry about you up there handling all that. I worry about you, girl. By the way, it looks like, I don't know, let's talk this week because I might have some time next weekend. We need to schedule something. Okay, you're back with sound. Okay, all right, Colleen, good. Well, let's get going here. We are doing a check-in in love for my collective audience here and whoever may find this later. So we're asking, how do I want to ask this? I always ask the same thing. Let's do something different. What does your person want to say to you this week? So I don't know. This could be somebody you haven't spoken to. You could be no contact. This could be your lover you're sitting right next to on the sofa. I don't know. Let's just see what comes out. What does your person want to tell you? Your romantic interest want to tell you? Crow is here. Hey, love. Thank you so much for that super chat. Let me write you down. And I can't read your comment. I have to get my glasses on in a minute. I'll come back to that. Dave, I do not consider myself telling fortunes. To me, this is how I consider tarot. It is tarot cards. Some people look at it that way. I do not. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe that some things in life are destined for you, but you have control over a lot. And depending on what your vibrational frequency is, that is called a point of attraction. So there are a lot of potentials out there in the quantum field. And what I'm doing is I get a kind of a check-in like this would be checking what is the most likely potential coming toward you if you don't do anything differently. This is kind of showing you what your current trajectory is. I do not consider that telling the fortune because everybody has free will. That could change in an instant if you do something differently. Thank you, Deborah, for that. So what does your person want to say in love and romance this week? Isn't that going to bias that attraction? I'm not sure I quite understand your question. Is what going to bias it? That's exactly what law of attraction is. You are biasing what you're attracting, but if you're changing your frequency, I guess that's what you mean. Okay, well, somebody coming toward you guys may say, either they don't want to change, or they think you're not going to change, or they don't want something to be over. So I have to get some more cards here. Let's see. Air Max 478. The only payments I'll take now are through PayPal and Super Chat, and I will look at PayPal in a moment, because I don't get notices unless I unmute my device, and I don't want to do that quite yet. Ooh, well, all right. Well, this is good news. Somebody says, well, I don't know what your state is. Again, you may be married to this person. You might have been married to this person for 20 years. I ask a very broad question. But they see you as someone they can spend the rest of their lives with, to sound very trite. But this is the happily ever after, one of the happily ever after cards. It means stability. It means your money is good. It's the happy couple, and it's children, it's the house, the picket fence, it's all of that. That's good. So they can see a prosperous, stable life with you. I don't know if I want a young man. I don't want to raise anymore. Thank you very much. Crow, you always have such great comments. I love that. I'm going to read it out loud for people who might not see the chat later. Crow says, in response to what I was just explaining, sometimes a middle person is needed to show what could manifest if you stay on the current path, which is exactly what basically I'm doing. The intuitive is there to show other paths, but we are the ones that change things. Amen, amen. B. Vang, I am 74 years old. Well, they told me this deck, but they sure aren't very forthcoming. Let me see. I don't know if this is it. Those don't feel right. Let me keep shuffling here. Hello, Rajveer. If I mispronounce your names, folks, please forgive me. This could be somebody that you haven't been speaking to, collective. Somebody who might have been in isolation, or perhaps you were. But it looks like, because they've been missing you, it looks like they're about to come racing in. So if you are one of those people that might be looking and hoping to hear from someone, that might happen this week. That's the victory card. It looks like maybe they've been thinking about this ad nauseum, and maybe they've finally gotten clarity here. Okay. Well, let me see if anything else wants to pop out. Well, that just seems like every commercial for a love reading ever happened right here in the first 2 minutes, you know. It's like, what? Hey, Crystal. Come on, you got to give me some juice here. That's just too trite. Of course, it is what it is. What have we got this week? We've got a lot of some interesting astrology. I don't know the date, but we have it's called a yod, which in astrology, and I'm not an astrology, but it's known by yod or finger of God. It's like a destined point where things can, depending on where it is, I guess, in your chart, it's a big event. Y'all can look it up. I think that's next week. Oh goodness, I'm telling you, this is just like the most cheesy reading I've ever done. I got to say that. This person is coming in saying, I'm going to put the work in, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready. There's no more, you don't have to wait on me anymore. I've decided I don't want those options out there. Or it could be your person's confused. Orion's about to is Monday, and Haley's Comet Tuesday and Wednesday. Awesome. In the same week. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Yes, they're part. Yeah, I got it, Crow. Took me a second. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And Pluto is direct. I want to do a happy dance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've had so much more energy and just everything because, you know, I'm a Scorpio and we're ruled by Pluto. So thank heavens. I feel like that's the backstory. So this person is coming in and say, what do they want to say to you? They're saying, I don't want this to end. I see a future with you. I know we've been cut off and nothing seems to have been happening, but there's been a lot happening behind the scenes, and maybe I'm going to get in my car and come show up at your door because I miss you. I'm ready to work on this. I know that we had plans together that fell through, but I don't want to wait anymore. I'm a little bit confused though because I might be having troubles, or you may be confused about your person, but we ask what they want to say. Things have not been stable in my life. I might have been having some money concerns. Let me get one more. There it is. Okay. But now things are better, and I am independent and ready to mingle here and single and, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I just drew a blank. Liberated. So if this person, for example, was in another situation, they're single now. If this person, for example, was being held back because their money wasn't good, something had happened and their stability wasn't, then this indicates all that's going in the right direction now, and that's probably why they're wanting to come towards you. Yeah, because whatever, this has been a heavy burden, and they're ready to put that down. Holy moly. I don't know if I want to pull more cards. That looks pretty good to me. I don't. I mean, this just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know, really, this is almost too good to, it's like cheesy, it's too good, but I'm leaving it. I think that's awesome. It feels good to be able to bring a positive reading out here sometimes. It just gets, you know, gets difficult sometimes in some weeks and some cycles we get into, and it's just depressing and negative, and everybody's in their stuff, and I'm going to leave that nice and positive right where it is. So I'm not going to dig deeper. So it sounds like your person is telling you, get out your bunny slippers, you know, put on some makeup, comb your hair, because they might be showing up at your door. Okay, now, let me see here. The card, that's right, Crow. The cards say what they say, and who am I? That could actually happen. It's got to be happening to at least one person out there that's going to see this. Okay. So, Himanshi, again, I apologize if I'm not correctly pronouncing your name. I can't speak tonight. Please go ahead and type in your question for me so I can do your free reading first, and then I'll read for Crow. So guys, if you had a good weekend, I did. I had some friends over today visiting. That was lovely. And visited with another neighbor yesterday, and we had a good walk. And it was just a really nice kind of chill weekend. Okay, I'm going to have to put my glasses on, so apologies for the glare. 1 second. I'm going to have to move this down here. Okay. Okay. Himanshi, this one question, so sometimes it may come out that there will be an action when I ask that first question, but that would be 2 questions. So that's why I try to limit it to 1 question, because my readings are not 2 cards and we're done typically. That was a very quick reading. That's not typical for me. Usually they're a little bit longer. Okay, so Himanshi wants to know, I'm so afraid I'm going to butcher that. Rishabh, is that anywhere close to how to pronounce it? Rishabh's feelings for Himanshi? What deck, please? Okay, we'll go with this one. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please tell me. Okay, good. Thank you. Please tell me what Rishabh's feelings for Himanshi are. Please and thank you. Current feelings, please. Current. I know that one would have come out. Okay, well, there's something here about balance. So either I don't know yet. Let me get some more cards out here. And I'm not a fast shuffler, so please bear with me. I get there in the end. That's how I look at it. And then sometimes that happens. All right. Well, it looks like you're not talking to this person right now. This person is trying to move on. That means move on to some sense of calm and peace about whatever has happened. There is a heavy burden here for this person. And this is the 10 of Wands. This is at the end. This means this person is about to lay this down, to lay those burdens down. I can't carry, this is too heavy. I can't carry this anymore. Wait 1 second. Let me see. Ooh. Okay, let me come back to that. This person is looking for or looking to give some kind of a brand new offer. Now, I've got 2 kings here. Kings in my readings are people. It's not about the gender. It's about, these are court cards and these are people, kings and queens. Now, the King of Wands in reverse, so neither of these is in the upright, which is not great. This could represent you and your person. This could represent the fact that there were 2 other people. In other words, a third person here, although I do not have that card. This could be your person and a family member. This could be you and your family member. It could be any number of things. So bear that in mind. But I've got the quality, what your person is saying here. Let me talk about this. The King of Wands in reverse is somebody who's very self-absorbed. It's all about them or the highway, personally. Yeah. It's like King and Queen of Wands, to me, both have that energy. You know, they're good looking, and they know it, and sometimes they use that to their advantage. They're entrepreneurs. They're action kings, but in the reverse, he's not nice. It's not, he's not someone that's going to be committed to a situation or a relationship, for example. He's also somebody who, when he's in reverse, he's almost like the Knight of Wands to me. Like, again, he's very self-serving and self-absorbed. The King of Cups in reverse. Thanks for making that distinction, Crow. That's the perfect word for that. Yes, he is the narcissist of the tarot when he's in reverse. Yes, that's true. The King of Cups in reverse, to me is someone who is either emotionally unavailable, not willing to give his cup of love, not interested in that, or he can be the extreme. He can also be overly emotional. Sometimes, and I don't really think that's the case here, sometimes he can even be somebody who overindulges, like drinks too much. But I don't get that here. But whatever, there's been conflict here. And now I've got this Queen of Swords. Somebody had some bitter, nasty, cold things to say, possibly. Or this could be saying, if your person approached you, this is what they might receive from you. And I think your person's saying, I don't want to fight about it. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to defend that high ground anymore. Okay. Thank you, Himanshi. I was just about to ask if this was resonating. You're saying, yes, he tries to hide his emotions. That would be this. Conflict with the family. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Tell me more, please. Well, now, see, that's 3 questions. You got to pick one, Himanshi. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know yet. What I need to do is clarify this, because I don't know if he's saying he wants to bring you an offer of some kind, or if he's saying, let me get this other little deck here. Or if he's saying, no, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm going to start over somewhere else. That could be a lot of different things. Or it could have to do with this is a love reading, but it could have to do with some other kind of financial opportunity that he's looking to get. So let me get some more cards here. Billy Bob Billy. If you would like a reading, the information is pinned at the top of the comment section. All right. Clarify this. What is this Ace here of Pentacles, please? What is this person telling me about this? What do they want? Ooh, an ending. Eesh. Betrayal. Was this family issue a betrayal about money or property? Billy Bob, if you will read that description, it is 1 free reading for 1 new subscriber, and that's the one I'm doing right now. So that reading has been spoken for tonight. Oops. Thank you, Dave. Rob, I do not have cats. So, Himanshi, I didn't see your answer. You said there's a disagreement with family. Does it have to do with money or some kind of property is what I was looking to see. Thank you, Deborah. Hey, Deborah, put any face you want to on that when you do it, by the way. I'm just saying. All right, all right. Himanshi, I'm still waiting. Himanshi, come on. Stop petting your dog or whatever you're doing there, sweetheart. Come on. That's right. Well, I'm going to read it this way. Since, here, okay, all right. What I was asking you was, you're saying this is a disagreement with family. Did it have to do, or does it have to do with money or property? Because that matters on how I'm going to read this for you. However, I can tell you, somebody here, well, there's a betrayal or an ending. And I've got this Queen of Cups next to the Star. Now, these are great cards, but not if it's a betrayal. So that's what I'm trying to nail down here for you. Ah, because of you. So you are probably then this Queen of Cups. Okay. I see. So the betrayal was about you. All right. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I don't know, but I'm saying that helps me. Okay. Well, then this is why I wanted to know, because then that means how he's feeling about you is he would want a new opportunity with you. See, this isn't an Ace of Cups. That's why I have to ask. It's a Pentacle. Some kind of a new tangible thing. That's why I had to ask. It was a past betrayal. Okay. Well, and you clearly are still holding out hope for this. This is still not really telling me. I'm going to switch gears here because it's just not really giving me what I want here. Let me get, I'll leave those there. Let's go back over here. What I don't have, Himanshi, that I'd like to see and I don't have here, I have 0 cups except this guy in the reverse. So right now, you ask me how he's feeling. He's holding back his feelings. He's holding back, as you pointed out so clearly. I mean, yes. Now this, okay. This is a lesson. This is Spirit teaching somebody here a lesson, and most likely your person, because that's who we're asking about. This is my student page. Sometimes it means somebody coming forward with some kind of little token gift, communicating, coming forward in that way. But for most of my readings, it means he's learning. He's learning. This is a lesson in some form or fashion. Deborah, I didn't get to read all that. Let me, because sometimes, okay, I'm going to leave it. That's fine. Yeah. A crow. That's right, Mommy. I know it. I have. Oh, Lord, again? Again? I'm going to look at these, but I don't really think. He keeps bringing up this betrayal. Again. That also is an ending. But what it means is lots of times. This isn't an ending with just one clean thrust of a sword. This is lots of swords here. Yes, can you tell me here? Oh, there it is. Now here we get to it. But there is still love here. Remember I said, I don't know what that was, but this is, okay. So, there, this is common for tarot to give me the backstory before it answers my question, Himanshi. So that's what it's doing here. It was just giving me the backstory. But it's saying here your person would like, they do love you, they would like something new. Maybe they want to start over with you. I don't like that that's at the bottom of the deck, though. The Knight of Wands, he's very, that's why I said earlier, it's like the energy of the King of Wands. Not somebody who's going to be there steadfast. He would be in and out, you know, have a good time for the night, and then he'd be gone in the morning kind of energy. But it didn't fall out. I do look at the bottom of the deck, but the main cards here are what's going to fly out of the deck for me. Well, you know your story. I don't know your story. You tell me what kind of betrayal here. That's what that card, it means an ending because of some kind of betrayal. Now, maybe your person is saying, I don't know that this is necessarily, here, let me show you this. These three cards together can be your person saying, I'm learning my lesson about what betrayal looks like in love. Now, let me explain something. We all have patterns. If you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship with everybody your person's ever had a relationship with. Most importantly, his parents. Because that's where we get our patterns set into motion in life, is our childhood. So this person could have had parents where he felt some kind of betrayal. And then once that pattern develops, as he becomes an adult, that pattern repeats until you stop and do that shadow work and do a deep dive and learn what this betrayal is trying to teach you. It's trying to show you where your wound is. That's what relationships do for us. So I'm not saying it's... he's heartbroken. So he loves you, but yet he's heartbroken. Goodness. Guys, if you'd like a reading, the information is pinned at the top of a comment thread there, or it's in the description box. They are $20 Super Chat or $15 through PayPal. My goodness, back and forth. Yeah, I'm trying to move on, but this is a heavy burden. I want a new opportunity, but I know I got to learn my lesson. I love you, but yet there's so much betrayal here. I'm hurting, but I miss you. I mean, it's just, wow, he's all over the ballpark here. Yeah, and so he's going to hold back. You ask what he would do. And so he's going to hold back. He's going to hold back his feelings. This can also talk about apology. If there's some apology that you think he owes you, he's not forthcoming with that right now. So, and that's because I think he thinks it's over. An end of a cycle here. An end of a cycle. Now, I will ask if there's anything else about this person's actions you'd like to tell me. Anything about this person's actions. Well, I don't like that that came out in reverse. This person is being extremely stubborn. Not unlike the King of Wands. These two are very closely related, so to speak. The Emperor is somebody he's an authority figure, but when he's in the verse, it's, I don't want to have any room in my life to consider anybody but me, and it's going to be my way or the highway. He's even controlling, to the point of being controlling. Wow. This is some cold energy here. Whoosh. I don't know what happened between you two, but it looks like he's being looks to me like he's being stubborn here. He's holding back. I'm not budging. That's what it looks to me like. All right, this will be the last. Let me see what. And now we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah. I think your person is saying, yeah, I'm standing my ground over here. I'm not going to start anything new. Sadly, Himanshi, I think this person is saying they feel the Fool in reverse is reckless energy. Or I'm not going to take that leap. I'm not going to start anything new. Queen of Wands in reverse is not that, again, Queen and King of Wands in reverse. They're both very selfish and self-absorbed. She sometimes is even needy, sometimes codependent. I usually get codependent off the Queen of Pentacles, but this one is, yeah, and this represents a lack of communication, continued lack of communication, and it can talk about an argument. It's interesting, it's falling, I mean, look at how these cards fell. The heavy burden, the broken heart, and now the Knight of Swords in reverse talks about an argument, some kind of a bad argument. Some very difficult words were spoken. And so your person is saying, I want the passionate new beginning. You've got 3 aces. This person has 3 aces in this reading. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and now this Ace of Wands. I feel like your person is saying they're just going to start somewhere else, is what it looks like, but not with you. They're thinking about that. And I'm sorry to have to say that, but because again, I got Page of Wands in reverse. The pages are communicators. This one, when it's in the verse, A is no communication, but B is, it's like I've lost curiosity for this. I can read this also to say, he does feel passionate about you. He does feel passionate about you, but there's something here where he's not willing to surrender to. The Hangman in reverse, here, saying, I'm not willing to get a new, back to this card, I'm not willing to change my perspective. So I'm just willing to stay stuck over here in my camp, as it were. So I got 3 aces of new beginnings, and then broken hearts and being stabbed in the back and heavy burdens all through this. So I think what I will say to you, your person is very unstable right now. And I'm not saying mentally unstable, like check him in somewhere. I'm saying in terms of his emotions and what he wants new beginnings. But not with you. But yet he still loves you. He still cares about you. I mean, that is not about, clearly. So I think you need to wait till he settles down and you know, some of the dust settles. I mean, I know you said that happened a while back, but there needs to be balance here. And right now there's instability. He needs to get to the point where he can talk about his feelings and come forward with feelings. Because right now he's feeling, yeah, he's kind of stuck in this spot of being, this is a card of ego and pride. It means winning at all costs, but often it represents self-sabotage. So that's why he's sitting out here in the cold, maybe because he's too stubborn to do otherwise. And that's why he's not coming forward, even though it's hurting him. And he doesn't, you know, so he's making the choice to sit in his own unhappiness. And yeah, in a state of confusion and no communication. He's waiting. What is he waiting on? Yeah, but he's got, see again, conflicting cards. This is making plans, yes. At the same time, I can't fight for this anymore. I'm too tired. This is the wounded warrior. I can't do this anymore. I am tired, worn out. Boy, that's, I mean, really all over the place here. I kind of want to just ask about this Ace of Wands. One second, let me put this back in here. Good evening, Gloria, and good evening, Kathleen. Hey, Giselle. I'm asking what this Ace of Wands is, if it will just tell me. Not with that deck, it's not. All right, let's try this one. Good. Glad you're doing well. Hey, Nicole. Tell me what this Ace of Wands is, please. Woo. Yeah, I think your person, yeah, somebody here felt juggled, like the ball, I dropped the ball, or they're saying that you dropped the ball with them, one or the other. And there's a lack of clarity, clearly, with this person. It's the only ace we don't have here. It's the Ace of Swords, and now it finally came out. But I'm feeling there's an element of something here, some truth was hidden, or just a plain old untruth was told. And they're saying, I want something new. I don't want to keep juggling. I don't want to keep juggling this situation. I don't want to keep juggling this lack of clarity, lack of truth, whatever that is. I want something new. That's, Himanshi, you said betrayal will be done again. What does that mean? I'm not sure I understand, because I just saw your question. That was a while ago, so you'll have to retype that for me. Get me a little bit more specific. It's an ending because of a betrayal, is how some readers would say that. Or an end to betrayal. You can say it that way too. Well, again, without knowing exactly a little bit more, I'm not sure that I can answer that question the way you wrote it, sweetheart. I'm not sure. But what I can tell you now is he's not doing anything. He's being stubborn. He's being stubborn. He's being stubborn. He's going back and forth, but he's within himself, but he's not moving. He's not coming your way is what this looks like. Nope. I don't see it. I don't see you. Ask me what actions, and I don't see him taking any action towards you, even though this does talk about a passionate new beginning, I feel, and I have to read in the context of the cards, that it's near. And because everything else here is stubborn, I want it my way, I'm not moving, I'm not going to have a new beginning, there's too much self-absorption there, I'm stuck over here, I'm not moving here. And so I feel like that's saying in the middle of this, I want my own new beginning. Whatever that looks like for him, I guess. So that's what I've got for you, Munchie. I'm sorry. I know you wanted better news than that. But listen, this is just one potential, as I say here. I am not telling the future. You get busy getting happy and changing your frequency. You get busy educating yourself about the law of attraction, and you can have any outcome you want to in this situation. So that's, again, I'm just showing you what is in the energy right now. That's what it looked to me like. It ended because of some kind of betrayal. Whether it was real or perceived, that I cannot tell you. Everybody's entitled to their own feelings and opinions, but yes, how he felt there was betrayal of some kind. Yes. Well, and you're welcome. I know it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. I'm sorry, but that's just, I got to give you what's there. And I'm not one to sugarcoat here. I'd rather give you the truth and, sugarcoat anything. That's not me. Thank you, Himanshi. I appreciate you very much. And again, get busy manifesting, changing your frequency. You could, this or something better is what you tell the universe. I want this or something better. So, there you have it. I wouldn't use the word loyal, although I saw nothing to indicate really that he was cheating either. I'm just saying he does care, yes. And yet, oh goodness, people are so hard to figure out. Yeah, toxic. He does sound either toxic or extremely confused by his own feelings. And those are not exclusive of each other. All right, let me scroll up here and find Crow. There it is. There it is. Aww. Okie dokie, Crow. We're gonna see what wants to come out for you tonight. I'm feeling this little deck for Crow tonight. Let's see. What Crow said, loyal to himself, maybe, yeah. That's what it looked like. You get all those kings and that emperor in reverse. Ooh, ew. No, thank you. It is helpful, Crow. It is helpful, yes. And happy birthday to you, my friend. If a goal is, yeah, it's helpful. Just formulating my question here for you. Show me some good news that's coming to Crow for his birthday. And hopefully financial news. Did y'all hear that? Some good financial news for Crow? Show me what's coming toward Crow for his birthday. Something good, please. Hey, Adia's in the house. Oop, let me see here. Lesser of the two evils. Have you got a decision you're stuck on, Crow? You don't know which way to go? Yeah, some kind of choice here. Spirit's saying keep hope alive, though. Don't give up. Keep wishing Keep manifesting. You know I'm going to say that. Yeah, but you've got a choice, some kind of a choice. Now, this talks about a choice in love. Now, this is not a love reading, but a choice that would bring you happiness, harmony, those kinds of things. I wonder why they didn't give me the Three of Pentacles there. That's interesting. So what, okay, I know this, I asked about finances, but are you by chance thinking of having a child? Because now this, the Empress is about all things fertile. Excuse me. She talks about nurturing, creativity, expansion. I'm just getting something about maybe Spirit may be bringing you a child, Crow. Is that still on the table for you? For you and your lovely kitten? And yes, that is really her name or her nickname. Is she here tonight? Oh, yes, she is. Anna, is that you? I think I see. Are y'all thinking about adding to the family maybe? Or is this just about nurturing and expansion? All right, give me more, give me more. Hey, Anna, good evening. Yeah, Spirit just told me that. Sorry. Oh, good, you did become a godfather. Awesome. Aw. That's the best way, Anna. Then you don't have to put them through college, right? You're adding to the family, but they're not physically yours. That's the best way. That's kind of what makes being a grandparent so cool. I can, feed them junk and send them home if I want to. Let the parents deal with it. I don't do that, but I could. Oh, well, all right. Hang on, let's keep diving here. Get a puppy. Yeah, that's right. Get a puppy instead. All right. Well, you got some kind of a new. I'm going to call it an offer. Something new coming to you. That's good. All right. So this could be saying you. Hang on. You know how I do here, or you know how tarot does me. It gives me some backstory first. Hang on a minute. Yeah, okay, that's about what I was just about ready to say. So I think this is talking about the cycle that you have been in. And I'm going to include Anna. This is for both of you. But yeah, this is you. But it feels like your life it's talking about here. So that would involve her too. So I feel like for a while you felt kind of stuck. Like you were at this crossroads that it was, like I said, the lesser of two evils. But Spirit is saying, but you held on. You held on to your faith. You believed in yourself. You believed in the potential. You made good, healthy choices, things that you loved and things that fed your spirit, things that you'd hoped would expand and nurture your soul. I'll say it that way. And then I think you've left behind some things that you lost passion for, to be honest. But now it's saying that's in the past, because that's in the past. That's what happened already, and now you have something new coming in. But now it's talking about there's something here that either you may need to give personal closure to. Maybe you don't feel you have closure about, but you may have to give that for yourself. Or there's some kind of a cycle that's either not over or it's going to repeat again, and I'm not sure, but it could involve family, something from or someone from the past, but this is my strong family card. could be saying somebody that you have not been talking to. Is this a family member that you haven't been talking to? You maybe taken a time out from? Their choice. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. You haven't been talking to them. Well, you're about to hear from them. I don't say that lightly. I don't always say that about this card, but this feels like strong communication. I mean, it can be saying too, you're not talking because of an argument. That's one way I could read that, but I feel strongly that some kind of communication might be coming your way. Thought that card flipped. No? Yep. Yep. I think, Crow, this might be your birthday present. Again, this is a card of communication for me. Now, this is somebody who's coming in with a lot of energy and a lot of excitement about what they're doing. It can be a bit impulsive. It can be a bit impulsive. And this person may be saying, gee, I'm sorry for what I did. Because when this card's in the reverse, it talks about making amends. Yeah, they may be coming in as this wounded warrior, though. Haggard and weary and tired, but... Interesting. All right, let me see what else. You following me? Okay. That's what this looks like so far. Because the Almighty Spirit is trying to balance. And this also talks about patience. Sorry, I'm not meaning to give you the middle finger. I'm trying to point. Patience. Temperance card is about patience and the universe balancing opposites, basically, because this is an angel pouring from one cup to the other, trying to find balance there. Balance and harmony. Yeah, and because somebody here's been losing. Apparently this person, I feel like, I don't think this is you. I think this person has been losing a lot of sleep and having anxiety. Interesting. This can also talk about secrets sometimes. That's not usually but it can mean reaching out. Another card of reaching out. I think you're about to hear from somebody. Tenzin, this is a personal reading for somebody. Well, Saba, I'm very sad to hear that. I'm very sad to hear that for you. And you're welcome to be part of our family here. Give me a couple more cards, please, on this situation. This happy birthday present. I did say happy. This person, I think you felt manipulated by this person, Crow. I'm guessing. That's not really a guess, is it? Now, well, no, I'm going to stick with that. Turn around here. Yeah. They definitely did some kind of manipulation. Now, that being said, for those of you who are just coming in late, these are paid readings, and you can purchase one. The link is at the top of the chat or in the description box. It also is giving me an energy of somebody who feels like I'm surprised the Strength card isn't here in reverse. This feels like someone doubting their ability to do this. I don't have the skills, I don't have the resources I really need to do this. So that's a twofold meaning. I don't always get both meanings, but I do on this for you tonight. So it looks like this person's basically coming in with a tail between their legs. Can I say it that way? I think if they're going to come in with some bravado like a Knight of Wands would, but it's a pretense. This is really how they're feeling. Oh, you did. Yeah, we both looked at each other and had an aha moment. Oh, cool. All right. Well, come on, universe, don't make me wrong. That's one of the earliest lessons my teacher taught me was, have I told y'all that story? I should, just for fun. That makes perfect sense with 6 people's nose. Oh, wow, wow. Oh, yeah, this is very clear. They want to come in out of that proverbial cold or metaphorical cold. Yeah, definitely they want to come back. Now, this can also talk about financial loss. So maybe this person is coming to you not for the best of reasons. I don't know, but that can also be a meaning of this card, that they have suffered some kind of financial loss. But it also means spiritual poverty. Yep. Yep. Oh, man. Yeah, this person, man, cards are talking about a bird that stays in the shadows. Yeah, well, you asked, didn't you? Well, this person, I think they might, I don't know if this one is past tense or present, but Justice card is just what it's an injustice because it's in reverse. But sometimes this talks about a lack of accountability. So that person, because I've got this card, he might come in as a kind of a, ooh, look at me, I'm all great, Mr. Knight of Wands, when that's just, again, a cover for how he's really feeling. And it may also be masking a lack of accountability. Just saying. Yes, you did happily. Yes, you did. Thank you. Because they're hoping to. They're hoping to turn it around. It's very simple. The Wheel of Fortune in the up. Excuse me. In the upright talks about just that. Good luck, karma. Let's make this thing right. Let's get this thing stable again. Let's get back on good ground. Now, I have to say, because I'm gonna have to ask, because I've got a feeling about this King of Pentacles again. I wonder, I don't know if he's coming in, he or she, I feel like it's a he, coming in pretending to be this king. I think I'm concerned that he's looking at you as this king and maybe wanting some of this. And that's why I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe because he thinks you got it all together. And if they're down and out financially, he might be coming to you for money. That's not strong for me here, but I want to ask, what is this King of Pentacles relative to this person? I mean, I guess I could say, well, they made it big now and they're coming in and to show you, to rub it in your face or something. No, it doesn't feel like that to me. What is this? Okay, what else? One more, because that could go. Ah, okay. Be careful, Crow. This person might be coming in under a bit of false pretense, again, about money. The Hierophant in reverse can talk about somebody who is a bit of a rebel, doesn't want to do things in the traditional way. It can also talk about bad advice. So I'm clarifying this King of Pentacles. Okay. And so I get the Hierophant in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who caused some kind of deception, sneaky deaky, whatever. In reverse, it does mean making amends. So that's good. We want to make amends for that. However, why? Because we want to have this good, where is it? Didn't I have the Ten of Pentacles up here earlier? I thought I did. But it talks about, I guess that was the previous reading. You know, everything is stable, the money is good, the family's good, it's harmony in the home, it's all of that. But the King of Swords in reverse. This says either he's not telling the truth, or he might come in really, really cold, or he might think you're going to be cold too. But I'm telling you, I've got it. It's this feeling about, you know, I do a lot with feelings. And at the bottom of the deck, it's somebody not giving equally. This is the very card that talks about unpaid debts or things not being balanced. Now, I mean, I could keep saying, well, yeah, and it's that heavy burden. They want to put it down. Of course they do, but maybe your person said, I tried to do it the right way. And it was blocked. And that caused a tower moment, and that's what this distance, quiet, isolation, no communication has been about. There could have been something, clearly this was toxic, but was there an addiction at play here perhaps? Some kind of an addiction? Could be an addiction to lying for that matter. I know somebody like that. They come in, they're smooth talker. My God, they're so kind and sweet and talk smooth. Oh, you'd think they were Mother Teresa and lie out of both sides of their mouth. So I know there are people like this. Oh, I know. I just don't want that to be. I want to say to you, this person's going to tell you they got some bad advice and now they want to come and make amends for it. And maybe they want to tell you they're doing well now. I don't know. Or they see that you're doing well, but I can't get past this one. Now, he doesn't necessarily represent lying, but it does talk about a lack of clarity. And King of Swords is cold and he's bitter. He can be that narcissist like we were talking about earlier. And so I just don't trust that for you. Particularly coupled with this imbalance at the bottom of the deck. So I would just be on a heads up about that. Because they're going to come in and tell you they want to work on, hang on, I can't get my cards up here. They're going to come in and say, let's work on this. Can't make it up. I knew I was feeling it. Let's work on this. Now, some readers said, let's work on this broken heart. Let's work on this hurt between us. That's not what, and let's move on from that. That's good. Because I know we got love between us because of this thing that happened back there. I want to put this conflict behind us. But it's probably taken, and then they're going to tell you, and I made a bad choice. But it doesn't feel that way to me, Crow. It feels like this person is, I'm just saying, be wary. I'm not saying they're a liar. I'm saying that you're not going to see the whole picture. Or they don't want to show you the whole picture. They're not going to come in and show you the whole picture. I feel like they're going to be holding back something here. So just be mindful of that. We're down to 2. You got, well, you mean 6 people were watching a minute ago? I misunderstood. I thought you meant this whole situation involved 6 people. Anna, maybe. That's right. Forewarned is forearmed. Again, I would be more worried if that 7 of Swords had been in the upright, and it wasn't. It wasn't. But I just have this niggling feeling there's something they're holding back. You know, they're coming in gangbusters, and I just have this feeling that they want you to see them doing better than they are. How about I say it that way? Yeah. Oh, I see. It did involve 6. Now you know it. I got you. I got you. So what is the advice for Crow regarding this? What is the advice? What is the advice going forward for Crow and this situation? Cardsy's here. All right. Good. Well, now this is more of a message for me. You should have told him that. Because now he's going to... Remember this? So don't do this. Don't you now lose sleep over this. If it happens, it's happened. And basically it's saying... 2 things. Don't you do this. Don't you lose sleep over it and be all anxious and in a fit about it. But it's also saying if this person comes in anxious and all that, try not to be so defensive. Yes, keep your high ground, but there's a difference between keeping the high ground and putting up a wall. And I know you're smart enough. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, because I know you want an apology. I know you do. They've been at this cross. We all both have been at this cross. Started the reading with this card. And they're both in reverse. Again, that's just the lesser of the 2 evils. No right choice. Confusion. You've been juggling that ball for a while, and it's time to put an end to it. So this is good. Transformation. That card also is about transformation. So Spirit is saying, just chill. Don't overthink it. Again, don't put a wall up. Let the person speak. Let them come in, see what they have to say. You know, let them state their case. I'm surprised the Queen of Swords isn't here. Let them state their case, and then you take it from there. Again, let me see, anything else? Well, if you can get away with it, yeah, sure, but I don't recommend it. Be careful, you know. He might have his phone and record, you know. You don't want to get caught, Crow. You don't want... Yeah, it's just kind of reiterating. Yeah, just, excuse me. You remember I just talked about this King of Wands earlier in the other reading, and who and what he's like, and you called him the narcissist. So this came out sideways. It's like maybe this person is even trying to change their ways. Who knows? I think you know them as the narcissist, but maybe this person is trying to change, because it looks like they are coming in with some new opportunity, and they are trying to make amends. That came out again in the reverse. We're glad to see that in the reverse. They might, so they're making some kind of plan. They're not feeling real strong about it right now, because this has been toxic. Yeah, what can't you see? Oh yeah, what you can't see is that they have been in analysis paralysis about this, overthinking this ad nauseum. What are they overthinking? Remember me saying about, oh yeah, they're coming in with communication? about this conversation that's going to happen here. Yeah, the cards are just repeating now, because that's what they want to make them happy. But this is about you too. I don't know you personally, but I kind of do. I know you're a good person, and I don't think you suffer fools. At the same time, I think you want to see people put their best foot forward, and I think you do have compassion. You're just probably smart about who and where you give it. And so I think there's a part of you that would be made very happy if this could reconcile. This situation itself could just kind of be put to peace. So you tell me, but this is somebody who's reconsidering. Oh. What do you say? Go back to my cemetery and tear and talk to the dead? Yeah. Oh, that's what Kitten's funny is saying. I nailed you. That's my job. I kind of think so. You know, I'm not tooting my own horn, but more my teacher, how he taught us to read. Y'all have heard me talk about this before, but he would just set us in front of another person and say, tell them something. We didn't have any freaking cards. We didn't have that. We just sat down and you connected energetically, and that's how you plugged into that person's energy and how you picked up on that. And so that kind of happens automatically. When you're asking me to do a reading, you're giving me permission to connect. That's how that happens for me. But anyway, glad to know I was right, Kitten. Thank you. Yeah, I can tell he does not suffer fools, and that's not a bad thing. He has a good reason to have become that way, I think. Positive outcomes, yes. Yes, I know. Tara's backing me up as I talk. Yeah, you've had reasons where there was enough disharmony you learned the hard way. So you're saying, well, at least we know that what we say, financial and wealth, is not always money. Absolutely. Wealth is a peace of mind, and family and home is more than enough. Amen, amen, amen. Preach it. So agree with that. I'm glad that I have a little money in the bank to, pay my bills and take care of me. But that's not where I place my value. Family and health. You are very welcome, Crow. And happy birthday. That's awesome. You didn't tell me, how old are you? How old are you on your birthday? Come on, I'll share. I tell everybody how old I am. You got to share. Come on. Lord of mercy, Adia has been a member for 7 months. Seems like an eternity I've been here on YouTube, but wow, 7 months. That's a minute. 48. Thank you, Anna. I was going to say, because he probably wouldn't answer, but he did. Awesome. 48. That's a good age. That would actually, I think, I was at my best when I was 50. I mean, physically and I was in the best shape of my life at 50. Oh, I loved 50. I didn't mind that at all. I was talking to the lady who does my nails, and she's about 27 or something, and she's, I just don't know what I'm going to do when I turn 30, and I just want to roll my eyes. Oh, you child. 30 was a non-event. It was just another day, right? You celebrate in 12, yeah. Toys, well, that's awesome. See, that will keep you young. Absolutely, that will keep you young. Oh, goodness. Awesome, awesome. That was great. Well, I want to follow up here. I don't get a time frame on when that's coming, but must be, I felt like pretty soon. In the next few weeks, I think. Maybe, because we've got a new moon coming up that's got some interesting aspects. So maybe even around that time. Be interesting though. Okay, well you just, yeah, give me the follow-up. Okay, guys. Thank you, Crow. Thank you, Kitten. Love y'all. I'm going to do my reading for Miss Adia now. Just a general reading, what you need to know. All right, we will see. Lottery numbers, would you like? I wish. I wish. What deck for Adia, please? Georgia, yes, there's a link pinned at the top of the comment box if you'd like a reading. That I just realized those glasses make me look cross-eyed. You're feeling winning energy right now. Yes. It's supposed to be good. You know, we've talked about this. Get closer. We've talked about this. We have. This is a 9-year. We're letting go of a lot of stuff. Everybody is. And I think Scorpios particularly, because we just ended a 9-year cycle. Just saying. And Pluto has changed signs. And so for us, I think we are in a period, this is just personally a deal because I know you're a Scorpio. I'm telling everybody else, I know you know that. That we're in sort of this transition period where the dust is settling. We're letting go of things, you know, saying goodbye to things, all that. The dust is settling. And I think next year in particular, 2026, is going to be a really so much better year for us Scorpios. It has been awesome, awesome. You might have been letting go of things earlier than some of the rest of it. It took me till, you know, September really to start doing my major house cleaning, I'll say it that way. All right, show me what Adia needs to know. What would benefit Adia to know? Show me, please. General information for Adia going forward here. We don't need the backstory, thank you very much. Going forward. Okay, that deck does not want to talk. I'm going to get, I don't know, I'm just feeling it. This other deck back here. So, please and thank you. Wow. Yep, me and you both. Me and you both. Fist bump on that, yep. I mean, I can't control what he does, but as far as I'm concerned. Oh, really? Ooh, yeah. Speaking of, the trip to Miami and this flew out, so that was the pivot point, you're right. I did not ask for a love reading. I want to be clear about that. Did not ask for a love reading. So we're not talking about love here. Just want to be clear. Hold on. Towers are not all, everybody assumes towers are bad. I know. They are always upheaval, but that's not always bad. But now this is interesting. So something that you walked away from or walked away from you might be coming back. This could be work. This could be a client. This could be a promotion that somehow is circling back. This could be family. This could be, I don't know, some other, we're not going to talk about love here. But something or somebody wants to come back. Something or somebody that you've lost, no, you don't care about it anymore. You thought it was gone. Or something, maybe this could also be something you procrastinated about, or you said, oh, I'll think about that later, I won't think about it today. But it's about to come back in a very big way, victorious. Now, we know this is not just the card of victory, it's also about fame. So, you know, this could be about your new side venture. This could be saying, you know, I had put that down and I didn't do anything, and now I'm starting to work on it again, and ta-da, you go viral. You know, it could be something like that. I bet you do, Crow. Yeah, I bet you do. Deborah, and yes, those pigs will eat anything. Yes, the Al Pacino, the Godfather. Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in. I didn't specify love. You heard me. I keep repeating that. But there's somewhere in this, you felt an injustice of some kind. Again, this could have been something at work. Or could be, I'm trying to do future here, something at work. Speaking of, yes, something you didn't want to invest in. Something you didn't want to work on, put the work in or time and energy in. Something you didn't or don't love. Something that spilled your cup out. I didn't say that. I did not say that, Adia. I'm trying every way I can not to say him. You know it. And I see you over there laughing. This is not a love reading. But if it were, you need to keep your high ground. I don't need to tell you that. You need to stand your ground about this. Now, standing your ground, just like I said to Crow, standing your ground is not the same thing as being defensive always. Sometimes it is, but not always. Because I think you see whatever this... Well, if it's in your energy, it's in your energy. That's the thing, Adia. That's what a lot of people don't get. Well, I broke up with that person 6 months ago. Right, but you still think about them, then they're still in your energy. So, yeah, there's that. If this was a love reading, and it's not, if this was a love reading, though, I would say that something you didn't want to invest in, that you passed on, that you thought was not for the long term, or somebody felt that way about you, wants to come in and tell you their feelings. Now, it's not a love reading, so... Well, I didn't say they're coming. I said they want to. That doesn't mean they can get to you, right? But again, kidding aside, in all seriousness, this could be back to your word. Something that you might have, this could be a client that you tried to recruit or something a while back, and it just didn't work, and you tried hard to defend, for that territory or something, and then you finally gave up on it, and then here it comes again. So, I mean, it could be. Let's don't try not to make it about love. You see how hard I'm trying. Do you remember that movie, Bad News Bears? I wish it was that simple. Bad news, bad news, bad news. This is it. I mean, Wheel of Fortune in reverse is bad fortune. What can I say? It's not good. But I mean, this just could be saying this is what's happening, and you see them this way. Something, I didn't say people, something you didn't want to collaborate, you don't want to collaborate with. Something that you felt has been at a crossroads. Oh God, this doesn't, please don't make this a love reading for her. She wants something different. She wants something different. You guys, if you want a reading, the information is pinned at the top of the chat. These are paid readings. And with PayPal or Super Chat. Adia, honey, don't shoot me. This is something that you didn't want to collaborate with, or didn't want to collaborate with you. You or this person put you at a crossroads, and now it seems like a really bad decision. Whatever this decision was back here was a bad decision. Yep, because you lost hope in it, or they lost hope in you, whatever. And now it's coming back around. This is making amends. Now, if this was strictly a career reading, I would also say there's a lot of different ways to apply this. This could be also a card of strategy. Maybe you didn't have a good strategy, like if this was a client that wouldn't invest in you in the past, then maybe you need to change your strategy, right? And that's what you're doing now, something like that. Because it's not a love reading. I bet you could reach through this camera and choke me right now, right? Something, I didn't say someone, something that was toxic, that disappointed you, you might be giving it a rethink. Or maybe it's trying to give you a rethink. Again, if this was a client. But you know what I always say about the devil? It's anything that holds you back from being the best version of you. Yes, this can be addictions. It absolutely can be. But it's things that hold you back. These people are being restricted by these chains. So, is this saying, we ask what you need to know? Maybe this is saying you're your own worst enemy. Maybe you're the one that's holding yourself back. Past tense, have been holding yourself back because of toxic choices that you were making. And we know who that has to do with. And I'm not, yeah, because you just simply didn't have clarity about it. That's the Capricorn, intuitively I could have guessed. Yeah, jeez, I'm sorry, honey. But now you are this Queen of Swords in reverse. You're taking no prisoners. And who are you not taking any prisoners from or of? This King of Wands in reverse, and we talked about him a little early. We know what a blankety blank he is, right? And you've already broken up with him. This was a breakup, yes. But you didn't really get the closure you wanted, or they didn't. This is an unfinished business card. This is not a love reading for Adia. Yes, still in the energy. I'm so sorry. You see how hard I'm trying not to make this about him. Ooh, that's a lot. Let me see what's here. Thank you, Ash. I appreciate that. Okay, hang on here. So, you are responsible for your own happiness. Happiness is coming. The Sun card. We know that's the happiest card in the tarot. But it's coming after you lay this not person down. After you fully get that person out of your energy. And I know you get what I'm saying here. Because that's been what's, sorry, that's been really what's keeping you out of balance. It's been keeping you from being fully liberated in the way that you need to be. It's been like a codependent relationship, honestly. This is my card when it's in reverse of codependency, right? Thank you, whoever's hitting those hearts. And I think for a while you just didn't listen to your intuition. Now I'm going to play this back because I need to hear this, and this is my reading for me too, this part down here. So I just want you to know we're dating the same person, so or I'm not anymore and you're not, but it was. But what I think is being brought to the light now is clarity. You're getting clarity now, or finally have gotten. I feel like you're there. You've gotten the clarity that you need. You've seen the truth. You've seen it like it is. You've seen it like it is. And now you're bossing up. Love that. You are bossing up, my friend. Yep. Yep. This is beautiful. I love this. You're finally getting your strength back. Getting your confidence back. You're saying, yeah, well, it's interesting. A little different energy off this card. I want to get it right. There's been a lot of conflict, whether it's work or something or person. You've spent a lot of energy here, fighting, competition, disagreements, other people, blah, blah, blah. But really, Spirit is saying, but that's ultimately been a training for you. That's been a training for you. And I'm getting, and you know tarot, so you know that's not the meaning of this card, but I'm hearing that has been like spiritual training for you. This has been, because this was the Pope originally. It talks about marriage and commitment and all those things, but it's getting good advice, like from a guru or something. And so I think what I'm feeling is you've finally gotten the download. You've finally connected with the spiritual lesson, and I think that's what this truth is that's coming through to you. And I think it's about loving yourself. Yep. Give yourself an apology if you need to, but also I'm hearing forgive yourself, because I've had to work on that for myself too with my twin flame relationship. Forgiving myself for making what now seem like stupid choices. They didn't seem that way at the time, of course, but you see what you want to see sometimes. And I just feel like there's a big energy of you forgiving yourself. Yep. And Spirit is saying you're ready for something passionate, something new. You're ready to move on. You're getting or have gotten the new attitude now. And what I think what I think this has taught you is what you don't want. if I can say it that way, what you don't want. You don't want happiness, and that's what it looks like. And that's how, you know, and we talk a lot about you're in control of that, other people aren't. So this has been a real lesson, and I think for you in learning that. But guess what? Now you're going to be stable now. This is yours to claim. This King of Pentacles. I think you're also working on your stability here, working on your money, your bag, as they say. You are done with this. No more betrayal. And I'm getting this interesting. And if somebody or something in the past was trying to hold on to you because of this, because they were juggling, you're saying, oh, hell no. Hell to the no. No, 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 no. I am tired. Don't come in here telling me you've learned the lesson. I know better. Oh, goodness, girl. I love that. I love that. Now, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shuffle these one more time and ask. I just love this deck. I'm going to put all these back and see if it has anything else to say. Yeah, hang on. I'm getting it. Well, this is the advice right here. I can tell you that's basically focus on keeping yourself happy. Don't look outside yourself. Don't judge yourself by anybody else's standard or measuring stick. Be you, do you. All right, you have any advice for Adia, please, going forward? Hello, Marie, welcome. Well, I didn't even... I'm going to take those. I want to see what else comes out, though. Any advice for Adia? Yeah. Actually, I'm going to take those because that's part of that message. Yeah, all right. Put it down, put it down, put it down. Ask me, put what down? Put this down. You know what that card means. That's a broken heart. Put it down. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Get busy work. Focus on work. Seriously. Spirit is saying, you know what you want this to look like. You know what you want harmony and happiness in the family, in the home, and whether that's with, let me be clear, whether that, yeah, everybody says it's the marriage card, but it also means, like, I live alone. If I get this card, it means the same thing. It means harmony in the home, whatever that looks like for you. You've got some kind of new opportunity coming, and I love that. But Spirit is saying you have to create this own harmony, and that's going to create space, make room for this new opportunity to come through. Now, that's going to happen if you don't communicate with you-know-who, and there's not this reconciliation because somebody wants to talk about their disappointment. Spirit saying, no, do not communicate. Do not communicate. Do not talk to that person. It's just going to confuse you if you do. And you're going to go right back to here. And so what this is saying to me is, this is so common. Because I know I've done it. In fact, it happened to me recently because I didn't realize that's what I was doing, even though I teach it. You know, I'm still a person, y'all. So if anybody out there's put me on some stupid pedestal, please don't. But when you're focused on something that is, you're living in the 3D that's got an element of disappointment to it, that's affecting your frequency, that's affecting your vibration. Even though it may have nothing to do with what you're, in other words, it may be something about a health issue, but it's affecting your finance because you're so worried over here about your health thing. And so it's saying it's affecting everything else when you're stuck in this other energy is in your energy field. It's pushing your opportunities away from you. So Spirit is saying you focus on making harmony in your home, whatever that looks like. And that's when you're going to get this opportunity. Don't do this. Don't go back here. Do not communicate. That's the advice. Do not reconcile. That's what I get for that. He's bad luck. Yeah. Back to the sewer. Oh, Lordy. Well, I'm not being critical of him as a person. I'm just telling you what the cards are giving me tonight. And it's saying that your dreams and hopes and opportunities are being blocked by that energy. Because it's all about energy. That's what that's saying. And if you keep ruminating in it or you let it back, it's just going to put you in another state of confusion again. So, don't do it. You don't want this. You've already done this. Thank you. I love this. You've already had this broken heart. That's the Ten of Wands. You put it down. Let it stay down. Have clarity about that. Put your nose to the grindstone and put yourself into work or something. Work on you. If that means you have to be this Queen of Swords in reverse and be bitchy, then that's what you got to do. If you need to embody this King of Wands, it's me and all about me, and I'm self-absorbed for a little while to get you to that place, then do it. Because your happiness is going to come when you take care of you first. Just say, yeah, can't make it up. Because this is your Achilles heel, this unfinished business. Because what you don't see, the breakup, unfinished business, you know, out in the cold again. It's just the cards are repeating now. It's just saying the same thing. Oh my goodness. Well, let me see what you said. I've gotten to the point where I imagine him with other women and I'm not disgusted. Oh, I would call that progress for sure. I would call that progress. And he'll eventually let go. That's kind of where I'm feeling about mine too, that he'll eventually let go. Although I may have to move because, you know, he just shows up at my door. And now that hasn't happened in a while, thank goodness, but that doesn't mean anything. He's on this sort of 2-month rotation, the best I can tell, every 2 months. So he's about due here in about another couple of weeks. Lord, Adia, Lord, give us strength, right? Lord, give us strength. His stupid cycle. Yep, I know it. I know it. Stupid is as stupid does. Thank you, Forrest. Oh, mercy. Hey, Ruth, how are you tonight? Good evening, Goddess. Good evening. I hope that for you, too. Yeah, I'm hoping for some peace for mine, too. Yeah. Ash, that's very nice. That's very nice. Yes, I wish for her that as well. Amen. We all, you know, that's, I think, that's what mankind wants. That's what every human being wants, is we just want peace. We just want peace. You know, in all the desires that we have, whether it's, money or a person or, you know, a house, job, whatever, it's, it's in we think that thing's going to bring us happiness. And really, I think what's behind that, because if I have happiness, I'll feel peace. To me, I think that's like even underneath the happiness. It's a deeper layer than just the happiness. Because when I have money in the bank and I have peace of mind and I know I can pay my bills, that's a very peaceful place to be, right? Anyway, I'm just rambling, but I feel like that is what's underneath the layer of happiness is peace. Everybody just wants peace and tranquility. That's my 2 cents worth. He saw no value in me. I need him to sit in that energy. Well, there you go. I believe firmly, I'm not saying this from a vengeful place at all. Please don't misunderstand me, but I really do believe that they get their karma. And I've seen some readings where I know that to be the case. So I've given readings too where I know that to be the case. So we just have to trust that, you know, what goes around is going to come around. It's not our business to take care of that. All right. All right. Okay, well, that's all the readings that I know of. I don't think anybody else did a PayPal thing that I don't know about, right, Adia? Am I missing anything that you know of here in terms of readings? Thank you, Deborah. Appreciate that. Okay, anybody... one second, y'all. Let me look at something real quick before I get down the road. Trudy. Okay, Trudy. Wait 1 second, and then, okay. I had an issue, if y'all remember last week with my website. I had to stop using it, and it's a whole other situation. I can't even. I think I'm just going to, doesn't matter to y'all. But anyway, Trudy. Well, let me get you back up here. Okay, here we go. Georgie, you're Trudy. Okie dokie. And let me mute that again so it doesn't go ding ding. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and type your question, please. And I'm glad I said that because I might have got off here and not noticed. Okay, let me go back and look at it. Okie dokie. Gotcha. Alrighty. Which deck for... Would you rather me call you Georgie? I'm going to call you Georgie. If I say Trudy, I'm sorry. Georgie. Okay, what deck, please? Well, that didn't feel right. Really? Hang on a second, guys. What is going on over there? Oh, I see. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I give up. That's just a hot mess. I can't pick it off. Never mind. I'll make room over here somehow. Let me see. Okay. All right, here we go. Yes, thank you. I got it, Georgie. Thank you. Okay, reading for Georgie. We want to know how S is feeling toward Georgie. Please and thank you, please. Current feelings for S for Georgie. Please and thank you. Well, there's been a breakup. 2 of Cups in reverse, right off the bat. There was an argument or some harsh words. Oh, goodness, yeah. Gosh, everybody. Harsh words, missing you, heartbroken, but trying to move on. But that's a heavy burden. Okay, I'm done. No, I'm kidding, I'm not, but... yeah. Okay, how else? Give me some more. How is S feeling about Georgie? Well, I just realized the spelling of that. Oh, it is Georgie. Okay, I didn't see the I. I thought for a minute it should be like Jorge or something like Spanish, but it is Georgie. Oh, oh, but there is love here. Oh, oh. Somebody's at a crossroads. Uh-oh, there were secrets. Uh-oh, somebody's losing sleep. Things came to the light. Now, this 9 of Swords, I'm going to say 10 of Swords. It's anxiety and stress, but it's something that the person, in other words, this person basically did this to themselves. Whatever they're worried about is something they did to themselves. Just saying. Just saying. Well, I hope this is not predictive. Sometimes it gives me the backstory, Georgie, so hold on. Don't go away. I'm glad you're clarifying that. Just hold on. Sometimes it gives me an elaborate backstory before it answers the question. That's just the way it works for me. I'm going to put that up there because this could have happened in the past, and now that it's saying things are balanced. Let me see. Have you ever had a breakup? Oh, well, that's lovely. Some kind of a brand new, hot off the press offer. But, hang on. Well, thank you for whoever's hitting those hearts. That's absolutely true. It is normal in relationships. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we're doing then. I'm not going to go down that road. We will do something different. We'll get a different deck for you. We'll start over. All right. Show me S's feelings. Ooh, well, S thinks you are very, very attractive and desires you, but feels like there might also thinks you are confident, independent. But there's some kind of a lost opportunity or a missed chance here. Could actually be some kind of a bad investment, but I don't know what that has to do. This is not a financial reading. Let's keep going. Mm. I don't know if S is a he or a she, but I kind of feel like maybe it's a he. Or maybe you said that. He may even, which way does this go? I may have to clarify that because that's just a weird energy coming off that card. He sees you as a wish come true. He sees you as a wish come true. Now, I just don't know what this card, this Knight of Wands, I mean, I know what the card means. It's not what I'm saying. It's got I feel energy off of cards. I mean, it's passionate energy. It's inspired action. But let's see what else this is telling me. Hey, Sean, good evening. If you would like a reading, there's a link pinned at the top of the comment section. Okay. What else? How else does this person feel? I wonder what that ace is. Okay. Yeah. There have been some burdens along the way, as you say. I think there is an effort to, or he thinks you are making an effort to find balance, to give equally to the relationship. There are some things that I think you're both, we ask how he's feeling, but this feels like both of you. Some burdens that you're both trying to put down. This could even be both of you working too much or something like that. That could be why this has been, the balance has been in question. I could just get a good vibe like everybody's trying here now or aware that that was an issue. Oh, good. Well, this says he's willing to invest in this relationship for the long term. That, I mean, that's what this means. This is a farmer who's planted these seeds and now he's he's tending to that, looking at this with, you know, is it sustainable? Oops, about dropped him on the floor there. But I like that that's in the upright. That's good. Now, what is that doing here? There may be, I don't feel like this is you guys. I mean, I did ask the question, how does he feel about you? This is a card of unhappiness, but because it's not the Nine of Cups would be personal unhappiness. This is the Ten of Cups. This feels to me more like maybe there's some unhappiness within one or both of your families, maybe not in your personal relationship, that has been affecting this situation. I mean, because that, yeah, it talks about shattered dreams and broken families and struggling relationships, but you said that's not happening to you, so I feel like it's someone in the periphery, though, maybe, or your or his family. What else? How else is S feeling? what's coming to the light here? Not listening. I don't know if he's saying he's not or he's saying this, you're not listening to your intuition. This also can, I mean, that can talk about secrets, but in the reverse to me, that's like things coming to light, being illuminated. What is being eliminated is some kind of unhappiness here regarding some kind of a cycle that's incomplete, or a cycle that maybe, this could be a pattern within your relationship, for example, or it could be closure in something to do with this family situation back here that's caused unhappiness. I need some water. Well, so far this looks really good, but what I don't have that I want to see, and I don't have in a love reading, is cups, except this one, which is in the reverse, which talks about unhappiness. Now, that doesn't make me feel very warm and fuzzy here. What else? How else does S feel? Okay, well, looks like he's trying to move on to, whatever this situation was here, this unhappiness. Again, I think it has to do with something around your families. Trying to move on to calmer waters, or, you know, again, this heavy burden. And this could have had to do with money. This struggle here could have had to do with money. And you're moving on, but there may be a sense of holding back, or let me feel this. I'm going to say, yeah, hesitation or feeling like I don't want to leap too fast. It might be reckless for me to leap too fast because of some kind of overindulgence. Now take that as you will. That could be anything from gossip to overdrinking. Adia, I sure appreciate you being here tonight. And Deborah, I appreciate you being here, and both y'all moderating for me tonight, in case I forget to say that later. Yeah, where's... So, Georgie, let me ask you. Hang on one second. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Okay. You didn't specify this was a love relationship. I just realized that. And that's why I wanted, it almost feels more like a business or a friendship or a, I don't know. You didn't specify that. I assumed it was, so I shouldn't have done that. I guess I should have asked. It is a love, okay, thank you. You know that word assume, you shouldn't do that. Hey Kaiser, how are you tonight? Yes, Kaiser. Yes, I can. And I figured out what the problem was the other night, by the way, in that whole situation. And it's bigger than I had hoped. So I'm not thinking about that today, Scarlett. I'll think about that tomorrow. Yes and no. It did go through, but I can't receive it until I do something with my bank. So it's a situation. But Kaiser, don't you worry about it. I'll happily do your reading. That's my issue to deal with. They said, oh, here's your money, and by the way, when you come over here and you do all these things, then we'll let you have it. It's like one of those. It's not really the bank. It's the website. I'm sorry. It's the website, not the bank. What they're trying to do is nickel and dime you, and you get, it's just ridiculous. So I think I need a new website. Well, now this is interesting. Because, Georgie, you make him happy. Clearly, you make him very happy in spite of the fact that he's feeling bad about something over here. What did he do? I mean, this is the card of juggling. Now, that doesn't mean he juggled you with another person, but I kind of I'm wanting to come back up here to this. I just feel like, is somebody a workaholic here maybe, and they were juggling that, or maybe they were juggling you with this family dynamic or something that's going on here, because that, I think that's what this person is feeling bad about that. And, or this person, this is going to sound a little odd, but hear me out. This may be a person who doesn't know how to be happy. Now, that's not a criticism. That's an observation that there are people in the world that grow up. They literally, because of their parenting or their lack of a good childhood, they don't know what real happiness feels like, what contentment feels like, what it's like to be at peace, that thing we were just talking about earlier. So I'm wondering if that's a little piece of this too, because it's like he says, and again, or he could be saying this about you. I ask how he feels about you. So I don't know if this is him or you, to be perfectly honest. But this is head over heart. This is somebody who just says it like it is. And I kind of feel, again, this could be either of you because of the way I ask the questions. Again, all these cards out here, I must have 30 cards out here or more, and the only cups I have are in reverse. I have 2 cups in reverse, and neither of those would be a good thing. So where's the feeling here? Where's the love? It almost feels like, like if this was an arranged marriage and you just didn't really, I don't know, I don't think it is, but I'm just saying it's like there's good conversation here. There's truthful conversation. It's honest. This person speaks directly, whoever this is, you or him, speaks directly, tells things like they are, but where's the feeling? And I don't know, this person, maybe they feel like they need some kind of time out. I'm not saying they're breaking up with you. I don't mean it that way. I mean, this talks about rest, recuperation. So again, I keep coming back to something here is a burden. Something here is a heavy burden. And maybe your person is feeling like, we need to take a little time out. Doesn't mean they're breaking up. I'm not saying that. I don't have those cards at all. But maybe he's feeling personally he needs to take some, go on retreat or something, have some solitude so that he can maybe get back to being this King of Wands. Because, see, I started the read. How does he feel about you? You're the Queen of Wands, and now I have the King of Wands. So that's a divine pair. That's beautiful, and they're both in the upright. But there's something here that your person is feeling a need to heal within themselves, I feel. And I don't really get the sense that this is about you. It feels like it's more, like I said, a work or family, something here about work or family, or maybe they're tied together. I don't know. Maybe he works for his family, for all I know, right? Oh, let me see here. He and his wife are separating, but we are keeping our situation secret until it's final, and they have told their son about the separation. Well, I wish you'd told me that in the beginning. I could have made a lot more sense of this. But thank you. I understand why you didn't. That's okay. I'm not criticizing. It's just I could have made more sense with this, but no worries. Okay. Well, that's what this is then. He can't bring this missed opportunity is he can't give this to you yet. That makes a lot of sense. So now that I know that, let's go back and look at these cards. And he's saying, we can't, this is an in and out thing right now because of the situation you're in. But I'm really I have high hopes for it going forward. And yeah, I can't give to this equally. It's a heavy burden right now, yes. But I am looking at this possibly being something long-term for us, yeah. And now this, I kept getting a lot of energy around this card. Thank you for clarifying that for me. So this is the family and home, the unhappy family, the home breakup, essentially, is what you're saying, yep. Yep. And so that's what this cycle is. It's not yet wrapped up. The cycle with his wife has got to be closed out before he can move on to these calmer waters. So he can't start anything with you. It would be risky to start anything with you until this thing is settled and it's balanced out, because yes, indeed, there's a third party. Okay, thank you. But you make him happy. He's just still, I'm hearing guilt. That's what this is about for him. He's got some guilt going on. I'm not saying it's about you necessarily. I'm just saying maybe guilt about leaving his family, breaking his family up, not whatever, guilt that now his son he's not going to be around for his son. It could be any or all of those things. But, he feels like he's juggling a lot right now, and part of that could be you, right? And he may be coming across a little cold to you because of that. And he's saying, just give me some time. I just need some time to heal from this. And then I'll be back to myself. I'll be back to my natural leader self, visionary, yeah. And I think he also wants to be sure his money is good. He's just, but he's not liberated yet. Yep, he's not liberated yet. Okay. This has the earmark of somebody, again, what I don't have is the cups I want to see in a love relationship. That's why I started questioning, is this but this because he's having to be this person right now. He's having to be strong and cold, and it's not in the reverse, so it's not ruthless. It's just that he's having to make hard decisions. Again, head over heart decisions right now in his life. And yeah, he needs a little time to get it all together, to recuperate, to rejuvenate, regenerate, all those things. Well, hey, Cherie, how are you doing? Oops. So I think that this feels to me like it's telling, I get tickled. My SIRI gets triggered every time I say hello to her on my iPad. It's over there. What do you want? Yes. So now that we know that, let's revisit this a little differently, okay? Good evening, JB. Welcome. Okay. Hello, Natural Vibe. How are you tonight? How for you tonight? Okay, now I want to ask the questions a little differently. What are his true, maybe even hidden, but true feelings for you? Please and thank you. Still at work, Liza. You work more than any person. I'm telling you, good on you. Ooh, hold on. Tired but persistent. The wounded warrior, but he's not giving up. It's almost, there's an energy of this. All right, baby, I'm dragging, but hang on. The cavalry's coming. It also talks about courage. That card does. And resilience. Whoops. Ooh, these cards are slick. Oh, I didn't know that was a Capricorn trait. I don't know that I know any Capricorns well enough to make that assessment anyway, but I didn't know that, Liza. 7 days a week. Well, I wish you'd take a day off, but not if it's going to make you miserable. Okay, this is more, all right. He's trying to be strong. He is. This talks about courage, focus, compassion, all those things. And ta-da, he does care about you, obviously. He cares about you. Finally a cup. That's what I was, finally a cup in the upright. That's, yeah, positive, yes. Oh, goodness, yes. Interesting, I've never noticed that. This is it doesn't matter. This can talk about possibilities too. And now we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is moving towards something, movement, but he is the slowest of the knights, but he's the one that's dependable, the one that will in fact get there, get to the destination. So this talks about coming forward with some kind of an offer, excuse me, because he's got unfinished business with you. Very simple. And I don't want to fight about any of that anymore. I want to put an end to this competition, which we know what that's about, right? But yeah, but right now he's just saying, but I'm being held back. That's the toxic situation he's in, and guess he's back, King of Swords. And that's why I'm having to be so cold. But don't worry, baby. I really feel, you are so attractive. I think you're awesome. That queen, yeah. Confident, courage, independence, focus, zest for life, all the things she is. Right now, I'm just focusing on being sure my money's good for one thing. I've got stability in my life, protecting my wealth. So anyway, he's saying that's why I'm holding back, but you make me happy. Love that. Aw. Aw, okay. Well, Georgie, that was a long reading, but yeah, I just feel that King of Swords is kind of at the root of all this. He just feels, I say this often on my channel, but it applies to so many things. It's from a Jimmy Buffett song. It's just keep it between the navigational beacons. So I think that's what he's trying to do here. That's why he's in this King of Swords energy, head over heart. I can't let my feelings show too much here. So I'm going to come in as this little page. It's just a crush thing. That's all it is, just a crush thing. But really then he immediately elevates to this knight who's solid, right? I just think it's going to, Thank you, Georgie. Well, now, yeah, now I understand why it didn't resonate because, all that we talked about anyway. But this is, yeah, he wants to get this behind. This is not just you. This is in his life. This conflict and fighting. And, yeah, bless his heart. And, yeah, he can't do anything until he's released from this toxic situation that he's in. Basically, that's his marriage. And then he can come and he can be truthful and, all that. But right now he's having to be too much in his head, really, like I said, mind over heart. Yep. Yep. Anything else for Georgie here? Any last cards for Georgie? Okay, hold up. We don't need all of them to fall down. I feel like that one wanted to come in. Yes. Do you remember in the beginning, the very first cards, we had the Ace of Pentacles? I think that was your reading, or am I remembering correctly? It was in the reverse. Well, it came out sideways, and that's meaningful for me when a card comes out sideways. But basically, it's in the process. It's not it's not happening yet, but it's not completely a missed opportunity. It's just like it's in the process of happening. So that's essentially what's going on here. We can't bring you that until all this other... Good heavens. How many times has this King of Swords come out tonight? Goodness, great. And that's the truth. Spirit is saying, and that's the truth. That's the truth. Oh, now you saw me shuffling on camera, right? Everybody, you saw me. I am not a magician. I do not play. And these cards came back. And that's the truth. I'm being held back. Everything's toxic over here where I am. And I'm just so tired of this. I don't want to fight anymore, but I'm looking forward to the future. This is the Page of Wands, curious about the future. I'm trying to be inspired. He's the Page of Discovery too. Potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, and freedom. Freedom. I'm looking to be free from this hot mess. And I can't wait to come in out of the cold when it's over. Well, there we go. All right. Well, that's it, Georgie. Well, you are welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and thank you for the reading tonight. I'm sorry it took me so long to get there, but sometimes that does happen. I do try to hang in there, though. I do try. If you'll hang in with me, usually I'll hang in with you unless I fall off the stool. Oh, I'm just not that reader that, 2 cards and I'm done. Anyway. Okay, Georgie. Well, thank you so much, honey. I appreciate it. Again, thanks for hanging in there with me. Took a minute, but I wish you a lot of luck, too, in your situation. I hope everything goes well for him and for you, for both of you. Oh, well, I appreciate you, too. Thank you for being here. Oh, okay. Adia, have I missed anything else? I don't think I have. But that's what I said before. Before I knew Georgie was wanting to read, I had missed it. I don't think so. All right. Good people. I don't think anybody else has paid for a reading. Last call. It's almost 9 o'clock already. Wow. I did get started late a little tonight. A little bit later than usual tonight, but that's okay. And I'm planning to go live for my members only one night this week. And well, let me see. I don't know. Probably Wednesday night. Yeah, I have a meet. I was going to do Tuesday, and then I realized I've got a meeting with the landscape. Well, I am the landscape committee or on it, so on Tuesday, so I guess it'll be Wednesday. So members only Wednesday. Okay, good. Thank you, Adia. All right, guys. Well, I reckon that's it for me. Ebony, that's all, folks. Appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. Wishing y'all a wonderful week. Thank you, Sasha. I appreciate you being here. Adia, you keep up the good work. You're definitely in the right direction there, girl. Sending you a big love, big hug, and lots of love. I love you too, Adia. Thank you. Again, thank you to my moderators tonight. Thank you to everybody that got a reading. Sending you all much love, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, take care. Bye. You will not fall good.